Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. If you've ever played a night game or a day game in dark corners and you didn't have a tactical light and you got hit from behind, go ahead and like that button. Hit the subscribe button, share, all that good jazz. If you've ever had a rifle that didn't have a tactical light and you got clipped from a corner, you didn't see it, go ahead and hit that like button. Yeah guys, what we're going to get into right now is some tactical gameplay in low and no light conditions. During the course of this video, there will be some buttons for some vids that will come up. Just go ahead and click on those if you guys can. Check those videos out as well as we go into more of this tactical goodness overall. So what this is pretty much a wrap up overall of the game that we did play at Hexeris, our last game. I am planning on going back over to the field to just kind of get some more gaming in at some point, and to also film some more content for you guys, which should be coming up later on in the year. Anyway, this was a very difficult one, and just as a disclaimer, it's going to be a little bit difficult to see once the lights go off. Basically, you're going to be hearing a lot of things, and you might just hear people getting hit, but you won't be able to see much of what's going on. That's just what it is. Those are the conditions. It was completely dark during those set of games, even though there were some floors we were able to get to where we had some light. Overall, a lot of tactics being displayed, but not a whole bunch of shoot 'em up action, as this was a one-hit rule game, I believe. I'm not exactly sure if I did score any kills in this round. It was a little bit difficult for me. I did have a Surefire in one hand and my Beretta Tactical Master 92 in my other hand. Just pretty much trying to navigate the area as much as I can with the this low light situation. Anyway, getting into the scenario, right? Oftentimes, I get a lot of questions from people that they always ask, okay, should I get a tactical light, or when should I use a tactical light? Is it beneficial for me to have a tactical light? I'm just gonna say it like this. When you deal with low light situations and low light gameplay, you want to have a tool that's going to be able to help you see what's going on, especially during your high intensity games. I've posted quite a few gameplays where the lights have been off so far. I don't exactly remember which ones I can call off my head in particular, where I've had to use the light offensively and defensively. For me, it's one of those things that I'm relatively now still trying to implement into my game, even though I did the tactical training for it a couple of years back out in Nagoya at Hexeris, which was Hazar at the time. It's still a bit of a challenging aspect of airsoft for me, is just kind of using it sparingly and being able to be effective with it, and at the same time not giving away too much in terms of position where people know where I am and they can kill you, which is one of the challenges concerning using tactical lights. So in short, I would highly recommend that if you don't have a tactical light, you should definitely get one, or you should at least have a pistol that has a rail that would enable you to mount a light. So in this one, I am using my my Surefire X300, which is in my other palm, my left palm, I believe. In my right hand, I have the 92. The 92 Tactical Master doesn't have a rail, so I just had to put the light in the other hand as of right now. What I'm currently trying to do is I'm trying to fit a rail onto it with the adapter, but it's a little bit difficult to install, so I'm gonna get some professional help with that. Anyway, going forward, we are going up and down in this one, working on multiple floors, as per what we did in the recent Search and Destroy game that I did post. So there was some scenarios where we did have light and we were able to pretty much maneuver and see. With all the rules still applying and everything like that, you just got to be extra cautious. And I know, guys, it does suck when I post this stuff, but it's extremely tactical, and regardless, you do have to play your life as well. So it's just one of those things. It's not, the shoot 'em up style of gameplay that everybody seems to really enjoy. And you do have those moments, and all those things eventually do come, but all that sometimes, well, relative towards this style of gameplay, you just kind of have to post it in a lot of situations where it's a little bit slower, and just a result of the rules, right? So in the other games that I did post that were Mark 18 shoot 'em up gameplays, those gameplays were respawn games or infinite respawn games, where you're able to touch the wall, come back, and you're right back into the game with little or no consequence, so to speak. But in situations like this, it's a little bit more difficult because you can't really see, so you have to kind of rely on your team. And then even when you can see, also you also have to strategize and rely on your team as well. As far as gear choices, once again, going back to light preferences, based on what I understand, for indoors, I think 200 lumen is okay. For every indoor airsoft field in Japan, I can't say that they're just pretty much uniform in terms of what you can do and what you can. So far, what I've been able to do with some fields over here, even Osaka now, I have been able to use laser sights indoors, laser beams and lights with lasers, and some lights that have a little bit more lumen. It depends, I think, on the situation. Some fields will tell you that you don't need to have something that's extremely bright in order to play, but it's highly recommended that you at least get something that's versatile and something that's durable as well. I do recommend the Surefire X300s. I think they're excellent lights. I do have a lot of links and videos for the replica versions if you guys don't want to spend maybe $300 or $400 on a real Surefire. It depends. And some people have reached out and they were able to find those links and get those lights that they need. Another light that I do recommend, if you can use it, I know some outdoor fields do allow it, is the O-Light. In Japan, you can get access to the real one, which does work really well, and you can adjust the lumen. I think the max lumen on the RL is just over 1200, and I think for the Pro is 1350. Hopefully I'm not mistaken. The videos are up. I haven't seen them in a while, but then again, all the information is on the box. But they are both over 1,000, I believe, with laser capabilities. So as per usual, as I mentioned before, you can use either or for those situations. It's highly recommended. And yeah, for the most part, combing areas and using a pistol where it's really tight is a little bit better, I think, when you're playing CQB in the dark. I wouldn't advise the use of a rifle or anything really long. A long weapon with a tactical light might be a little bit difficult to use, seeing as how sometimes you don't really have the ability to really see what's going on, from a certain distance. It's a little bit difficult to gauge. But once the lights go back on, everything is okay, and it's relatively easy once again to get back into a sort of a rhythm in terms of what you're doing, or whether you're playing offense or defense. Basically, what would you do in that case? It's all up to you. Whatever you would decide to do, it is what it is. For me right now, I kind of fallen back to a lot of the tactical setups, tactical pistols, tactical guns, Glocks, HKs, anything that enables me to use a light relatively easy on both my primary and secondary, for CQB as well. So the last set of games I played, I believe, what did I use? I used a USP, and I also used the FN. But I think what you really need for CQB is something that is not overstated. So whatever you can use that will enable you to minimize your profile, so you don't have to really extend and you don't really have to expose too much in order to be effective, and it's easier for you to come out on target and to really get like a very overall, like a sense of versatility. Some long weapons that do protrude, they kind of give away too much. So, if you kind of extend yourself, it's kind of like throwing a punch. It just kind of opens you up to getting countered from different angles. And that's just something that I think a lot of people want to avoid in that sense. But in a sense, also, noise minimization is also a big thing. Silencers do work. I think for some guns, I think it depends. It depends on the pistol. I have some HK setups that are compatible with the Osprey. So what I tend to do is, if I'm playing in the dark or low light, I will use those and they will work, because even though it might give off a slight sound, they can't really tell exactly where I am on the map, which is really helpful. And yeah, as far as your main guns, once again, as far as CQB style weapons, shotguns I haven't really used in this type of situation because of the lack of overall modularity, especially with mine, and it's a little bit long, so I don't really want to give away too much. So whatever I use, I want to use something that's going to enable me to mount what I need for the job, which is a tactical light in a sense. And moreover, just keep it simple. That's one of the main things I can say. Just keep it simple overall. Don't try to overdo it. And that's it, guys. Once again, you know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that noti bell. We have a few more vids coming. Actually, we have quite a few more vids coming, so just stay on the lookout as well. And once again, I want to thank you guys for the continued support on the channel. So far, it's looking really good. Keep up the support and be on the lookout for my next video, which is going to answer some questions that I think a lot of people have had for quite some time. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that and give me some good feedback. So guys, take care. Love you. Keep up the support. Peace. Take care. You know the drill, man. Takashi TV.